Greetings, I'm Mike Pachelli. For this lesson, we'll take a look at Blackbird by Paul McCartney and John Lennon. I have a feeling that most of you watching this video already have a pretty good idea of how to play the song, so I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my point of view on it. Paul wrote Blackbird in 1968 and says that the guitar inspiration was from Bach's Bourrée in E minor. The finger style he used is also very reminiscent of the works of classical guitarist Fernando Sor, who used a droning open G string in some of his compositions. Jeff Emmerich said in his book that Blackbird was recorded on the roof of Abbey Road, outside of the echo chamber. Others have written that it was indeed recorded in studio, perhaps because of the doubling of Paul's voice on the chorus. There's a good chance that Sir Paul may see this video, so if you do, Paul, email me and let me know the true recording details. Blackbird is based on two-note intervals that move along the neck implying chords, sometimes with a droning G on the open third string, in between those intervals. To truly understand the melodic genius of Blackbird, let's first take a look at those implied chords. The implied chords are G, which would be, I'll go from the 6th to the 1st. 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, 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 3rd fret. G. A minor, 5th string open, 4th, 2nd fret, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd, 1st, open, A minor. G over B on the 5th string 2nd fret, on the 4th, 5th, on the 3rd, 4th, on the 2nd, 3rd. G over B, and then G2. Bar the 12th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and 10th fret of the 5th. Then we'll have a C, same form as the last one, barring the 5th fret, 4th, 3rd, 2nd string, 3rd fret of the 5th string, C. C sharp minor 7, flat 5, 5th string 4th, 3rd string 4th, 2nd string 5th, 1st string 4th, 3rd, I'm sorry. C sharp minor flat 5, D, barring 4, 3, 2, 5th fret, and on the 5th string, 1st finger, that's a D. Then D sharp diminished. I'll go again from the 5th string to the 1st. So we have 6th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, to an E minor. It's good just to bar the 7th fret. And then on the 4th string, 9th fret, 3rd string, 9th fret, and the 2nd string, 8th fret, E minor. We'll also need a E flat augmented 5th, which looks like this. On the, again, I'll go from 5th to the 2nd. So 5th string, 6th, 4th string, 9, 3rd string, 8, 2nd string, 8. Then you repeat the D, C sharp minor, flat 5, C, like I've already showed you, to a C minor, bar the 3rd fret on the 4th string 5th, 3rd string 5th, 2nd string 4th, C minor, then repeat G over B to an A7, open 5th string, 2nd fret on the 4th, open 3rd, 2nd fret on the 2nd, A7, D7, open 4th string, 2nd on the 3rd string, 1st on the 2nd string, D7, and then the original G. So if we were to play Blackbird in traditional chord voicings, it would sound like this. Now the implied chords of the bridge are F, bar the 10th fret of the 3rd, 2nd, and 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, add the 8th of the 5th, F, E minor again, bar the 7th, 9th of the 4th, 9th of the 3rd, 8th of the 2nd, E minor. Move that shape down 2 frets. For D minor, or bar the 5th, and then 4th string 7th, 3rd string 7th, 2nd string 6th, D minor. Back to that same C again, I showed you earlier, and then move that down to B flat. And the ending of the bridge is the same as the verse. So if we were to play the Blackbird chorus in traditional chord voicings, it would sound like this. But the genius of Blackbird comes through when played with the conciseness of the 2-note intervals. Here's the intro intervals. G, just 2 notes. 3rd fret of the 6th string and an open string of the 2nd to get a G. Then A minor, open 5th string, 1st fret on the 2nd for an A minor. Then the G over B would be 2nd fret on the 5th string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string for the G over B. And then the next G is at the 10th fret, and it would be the 5th string again, 10th fret, and 12th fret of the 2nd. We'll call that G2. Now notice that the 4th string is continually muted on all these intervals by the side of the 1st finger on my left hand. Right in here I'm muting, so there's nothing happening there. Same thing on the G over B, mute. So you have to mute that D string with the side of your 1st finger. Now on the original 1968 recording, these intervals are played pretty straight, but with a slight strum of an open G on the upbeat. As the song evolved through the years, Paul played that open G more prominently in between each interval, while still muting the 4th string. There's a bit of that open G happening on the original 1968 recording, but for the most part, it goes like this. Play it again. And as he played it live later through the years, he added a little more of that bouncing G in the middle. So more like. Just playing the interval, and then an open G. Sliding up. Again, on the original recording, there's just a slight bit of it, sort of like. But as time goes by, it got played. Simple yet amazingly effective, especially because of the pulse Paul keeps when he ends up on the 10th fret G chord. There's a continual rhythm that is counted as 1 and a 2E end, 3 and a 4E end. So when he gets up here, it's 1 and a 2E end, 3 and a 4. I'm sorry, 1 and a 2E end, 3 and a 4E end. finding that 16th note pulse is the key to playing Blackbird authentically. You can practice it by moving chords around the neck. So I'll take that same 16th note pulse. Just move around the neck and keep that pulse. I've seen Paul play it in a various right hand, well for him it's left hand, finger picking combinations. But for the most part, he played it with his thumb and first finger like this. Now what he's doing is thumb and first finger on the 5th and 2nd string together, and then a down with the first and an up, and then the thumb, and then down up again. I'm sorry, it's up down, so it's down. It's together, thumb and first, down up, thumb, up down. That's it. I've also seen him do it with a combination of thumb and first and second finger like this. So thumb and first down up, thumb down and up with the middle finger, second finger. So I tend to want to use a combination of finger and classical style to emulate Paul's rhythmic approach, like this. Thumb and second finger, or middle finger. First finger strummed down. Thumb, middle, first. So, I'm sorry. I suggest that you use whatever finger picking pattern is most natural for you. The important thing is, Paul approaches the part from a bass player's point of view. He plays the bass notes firmly, and the 16th note strumming is almost an aside. So the bass part keeps a firm quarter note pulse. The verse repeats the intro 2-note intervals and continues thusly. With a C, looks like this. First finger on the 5th fret 3rd, 4th finger on the 5th fret 2nd. That's the C interval. To C sharp, 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string for the C sharp. Then a D, which looks exactly like the C but 2 frets higher, so the D. 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, 4th finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Next we have the D sharp, which looks exactly like the C sharp. So we have the 6th fret of the 5th string and the 5th fret of the 1st. So look at that move. Exactly the same. Then to the E minor interval, which is on the 5th string 7th fret to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. That's the E minor. And then the E flat, you just move that first finger down to the 6th fret. So for the E flat interval, you have 6th string on the 5th, and you have the 8th string on the 8th fret, on the 2nd string. Then he repeats the D to the C sharp, to the C, and now he adds C minor, by making the 5th fret go to the 4th of the 2nd string. That's the C minor. So you have on the 5th string 3rd fret, and on the 2nd string 4th fret. Then the G over B, which is the 5th string 2nd and 2nd string 3rd, to an A7, which is an open A 5th, 2nd of the 2nd string, D7 now, open 4th string, 1st fret of the 2nd string for the D7, and then back to G. 3rd and open. Now I'll play the entire verse. Let's play it together slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that the 16-note pattern is used whenever the fingering stays in a place for 4 beats, like on the G at the 10th fret, 1 and a 2 and a 4 and on the E and the E flat. Okay. And from the C to the ending. Of most importance, again, is that the bass notes are played dominantly on every beat. There's a lovely tag after the first verse using chords that I've already demonstrated that go like this. Those chords are C to G over B, A, D to G. The tag sounds like this. So coming at the end of the verse, tag. That's just great. The second verse is played just like the first, and then comes the chorus. The chorus intervals are F. We have the 8th fret of the 5th string and the 10th fret of the 2nd for the F. E minor interval, 7th of the 5th string, 8th of the 2nd string. Move that down 2 for D minor. So 5th of the 5th string, 6th of the 2nd, that's the D minor. C, we've talked about. And then there's also a B flat, which is moving that C down 2 frets. So it's like 5th string first fret and 2nd string 3rd fret for a B flat. And the chorus ends just like the verse. So here's the entire chorus. Let's play together slowly from the F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Note how the 16th note pattern is used on the B flat and C intervals and throughout the chorus ending. So 16th, 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 16th. So pretty. After the chorus on the 1968 record, Paul plays an instrumental version of the verse, and we get to hear all the nuances of his playing. He doesn't do this on live versions, but on the record, it sounded like this. So coming after the chorus, Interlude. Now, after the interlude, Paul repeats the chorus. At the end of the chorus, he's at the 10th fret playing the G chord, and he hangs on it for a while. So this is where we hear the Blackbird singing. After the chorus, coming down. So when he gets up to the G on the 10th fret, kind of play the 16th note and kind of retard it. Something like that. Or that. Then he tags it and omits a beat off of the A7 chord, like this. So like the normal tag would have 2 A7s. This tag, 1 A7. So again. Now in later years, Paul has added an A minor triad at the end of holding the G on the 10th fret, like this. That A minor triad would be 5th at the 12th, 2nd string at the 13th. So he goes up. Sweet. The last verse is played like the others, and then there's a repeat of the walk down from the C interval while he sings, "You were only waiting for this moment to arise." So it's coming down. Blackbird is another example of genius songwriting. Paul McCartney was able to take an iconic classical guitar style and make it his own. He seemingly invented a new way to play guitar and inspired countless other compositions. I've actually had the privilege of hanging out with Paul McCartney on a few occasions and witnessed firsthand the sheer musicality that pours from him. Whether we were sitting in an English pub or watching his band rehearse, he's a true legend. When playing Blackbird, be sure to make the bass part prominent and let the 16th note strums and upbeat open Gs flow naturally. It should sound like a cello on the low notes, a viola with the open G, and a violin doing the melody on top. That's the magic of the guitar accompaniment for Blackbird. And most importantly, have fun while learning and performing it. That's what playing the guitar should be all about. you have any questions or would like to drop me a note, you can do so at mikepachelli.com. It's always cool to hear from you, and I answer every email. So until next time, I'm Mike Pachelli. Thank you very much for hanging out with me.